everybody. Toast with the 10 gifted subs. Toast, thank you so much. By the way, I'm trying to get my YouTube alerts working. Y'all give me just a second, okay, guys? By the way, Stig, someone just donated for you to unban them. Who are you banning over there? Mo? Tell Stig to unblock me. Stig? Unblock that man. What are you guys talking about? Y'all saying 1440p? What are y'all talking about? All right, guys. Let me get a mic check from everybody. YouTube, you guys should be up now. Give me a mic check in here. 3, 2, 1. We're good. Yellow Curve. Yellow Curve, thank you so much for the sub. Brood Witch with the sub as well. Phobics, thank you for the sub. Cereal Spoon. Shinabi, the Random Riley. Rusty with the sub. Noble. Draco. Totally Screaming. Namco. Metroplex 7. Thank you guys. Muted. Better not be, dude. Don't even scare me like that, dude. Not gonna lie, streaming 1440. Here's the thing. We could stream in 1440. Here's what we've ran into in the past. Because our bit rate is actually high enough for 1440 that we could do it. The problem that we have ran into in the past is people that are on mobile devices, they can't watch. Do not stream in 1440. Black Heart with the 5 months. Thank you so much. Brother, when are you going to start bounty prepping? Dude, as soon as Bungie gives me the okay for it. Is the family good? They're getting there, man. Dempsey! Almost 2 years with my dad. Appreciate you and do wish many Aztec is upon you. Thank you for the 23 months, my man. Thank you. Too kind, brother. Too kind. Let me actually get... let's see what's happening today. Okay. Dude, is Dune actually doing good right now? Mod, how's our base looking over there? Take a look at this.
How's your ass looking being that wet from all that licking you getting?
Jesus Christ, dude. Some of the things y'all put into words and then you put it in text to speech and then you send them my way and then you proceed to think it was a good idea. You know what I mean? Is it me, Stein, and a couple others from the stream? The base is looking insane though. Okay, I might have to get on it. Is Destiny going offline today? Are we getting an update today? I actually think we are. Are we getting a vaultification episode on YouTube, or are those videos of that I missed already? We're getting, it's supposed to be called Vaultflation. I have no idea why Luke titled it Vaultification.
46 incredible months of you throwing and watching, less carrying your ass in everything, less needs a raise. Love the content as always, mate.
Let me just say this. Les don't carry shit. You hear me? Les just contributes to the fire team. This whole Les is carrying me thing. What the fuck? Hold on, let me say something. What the fuck is going on with our stream, man? Here's the thing, my speeds are good. I'm looking at it right now. My speeds are high. We're down to 8-bit now. Jack, give it just a second. Dude, I have no idea. Our stream, like when I speed test it, is actually good. Is it an OBS thing? Do I need to make some changes in OBS right now? In 5 with a 2. Thank you so much, man. Stig unblock Mo. Stig unblock Mo. Shmoney with the prime. Thank you, thank you. I think it's your bad intentions. All right, chat. What's happening today? What do we got going on today? Anything in the world of Destiny? Are we getting any news? Looks fine now.
Hi there.
Iron Banner? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. DJ Bash with the 5 gifted subs. DJ Bash, thank you so much, man. Oh, yeah. My green screen's broken. You know what? I'm gonna be honest, guys. We may move away from the green screen eventually. We used to not do green screen. I like doing it because it doesn't block gameplay, but who knows? We may go back to the whole background setup. And so with the 3 months, thank you so much. Give me just a second, Chad. Let me fix this. Let me just make sure this is fixed. Luke, where is the videos of which I must watch? Holy fuck, dude. Somebody deleted it. Somebody deleted the channel. Where's this channel? Oh, okay, there it is. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Luke, I don't think that people want doom and gloom this morning. Let's go play some Destiny. I don't think people want doom and gloom this morning. I think the Destiny community wants positivity right now. Let's be positive, right? Let's be positive, everybody. Doom and gloom, a video react. Let's go play games. Are you signing up for Chrono Odyssey? Yeah, what day is that supposed to be? Give me the doom and gloom. No. We've changed, Dad. We've changed. If anything, we need to continue cleaning our vaults, which has been, we're making pretty good ground right now. Currently, we are sitting at 653 out of 700. Dempsey with the 25 gifted subs. Why do you have 2 DMTs? I got one for this one, Vorpal, PvE. I got this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I like to just keep 2. I like to rock with 2. I'm saving it for dual wielding someday, just like 2 Hawkmoons. You have made no progress. I actually have made progress. Chat, please drop some love and eggplants for Doomsday. There's some crafted weapons you could purge. All right, so we made it past. We pretty much made it through this page. We kept the boondoggle. You made me delete the fusion rifle. We've got relentless. We kept all this. Drain. I've got 2 versions of Drain. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete this roll. Yeah. The reality is I'm just not using it enough. Callus mini tool, I gotta keep it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it. Get rid of Drain completely? No, dude, Drain's still good. Drain's still very, very good. In PvP? Yeah. Delete all exotics that you don't use right now. I am gonna make suggestions to all of you. Delete your entire vault going into Edge of Fate, because nothing will make my life easier in a day 1 raid than you having absolutely fucking nothing. If you think you're going to be able to grind multiple build sets, multiple exotics, and have everything you need within a 2-day time frame going into the day 1 raid, be my guest, man. Look, you're gonna have to live 9 different lives within those 48 hours to get everything you need to get. But hey, do it, brother. I'm all for it. Trap with the 50 gifted subs. All right, I gotta take this Manuka shit. Yep. Yeah, don't worry, I forgot. Manuka's gonna save the day. Remember in the last challenge you with the sniper yesterday? Do not get derailed by that. This shotgun, is it good? No. I should be real. No. This glaive, is it good? No. We get rid of it. Forgiveness. This is actually a good sidearm. No lie, it's a good sidearm. It's got good stats too. This is a solid sidearm. Buy. Sometimes I think y'all don't think objectively about this. You just want us to delete things. Cross, you inspired me to play some trials this weekend, and it was my first time in a long time. The player pool was toxic. I know I suck, but how am I supposed to get better if I don't play? Players can't complain about the small player pool when they also complain about players sucking. Skill issue on my end for sure, though. D-peeps, I know, brother. Let me just say this. I wish Trials was better. But it's awful. It's not as bad as comp, but it's not great either. And thank God you don't have to actually go flawless anymore. But it's still a pain in the ass. Delete this. Just use trespasser. Fucking eggplants right now. Right now, damn it. No, 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 no. Fucking eggplants on this bitch right now. Will we get 15 kills? I cannot believe I don't have more people respecting this sidearm. This is arguably one of the best sidearms in the game. And on top of this, this is an adept. It's an adept, brother. This thing does not fuck around. Hold on. Let me break out the deadly combo here. I just gotta make sure I don't get kills with it. Where's it at? Chat is, by the way, is Destiny going offline today? Why at range? Killing them won't work.
Happy
if you're already
everyone.
at max range.
Hopefully everything is good and Destiny can be great again come expansion.
Dragon, you want to put your tongue in my ass so now or later. What does this look like? What does this look like? What is this? What did I just do? Did I not put it on corkscrew rifling? Did I not put on an adept range masterwork? Did I not drop my range down to 90 again? They could say I could do this and say boost my stability. That puts me at 54, right? Or I could do this. That puts me at 59. Okay. I like a little scroll activity this morning, Dragon, if you can. All right. Just give me, you know what I'm saying? Just start from the center and just work your way out. Fall asleep with the 26 months. Chalked with the 14 months. Doomsday, thank you so much for the gifted sub there. Caleb Drags, thank you, man. Cross, how's the family feeling? Well, Rika's got the stomach virus, or a stomach virus, we think. And she's pregnant. It's not a good combination. It's actually a pretty shitty combination. No pun intended. But she's making it. She's doing all right. What are y'all talking about again? This is the first time she got... Talking about being pregnant? Motherfuckers, it takes 9 months to make a baby. Actually 10. When you think about it. She didn't... When I told you 2 months ago that she was pregnant, guess what? She's still pregnant. Yeah, but it's every 9 months though. Man, y'all are so dramatic. Y'all with the drama, dude. I've got 3 kids. Okay, the third one is on the way. I'm not spitting out that many. I'm not fucking Elon Musk around here. Okay. I'm moving at a consistent, slow but steady rate.
Control.
Cross is doing more than ass licking. Chad, and I'm in a tournament today. A lot on the line. I need your support.
Enemy claims Zone A. Zone C captured.
Nice. Working on the power team. That's fine.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Getting every type of kill but sidearm kills.
Zone C locked.
Wow, look at that shit. Lovely. Gonna be an insane payout. Cross doesn't get 15. There really is a lot of factors to this, though. It's like what kind of caliber players are you going up against? Fuck me then, dude. Of course. What a flawless strategy. He slides with the shotgun.
Zone B lost.
Lovely. Lovely. Let's trade out. Isn't the sidearm coming back next season? I don't know. Is it? Fucker. Reveal thy face.
Your enemy has a power play. Zone B captured.
I can't get any sidearm kills, dude.
What a roller coaster of a time being here every single stream, lol.
Zom with the 30 months. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, man.
You have advantage.
I will say for the second half of this year, I do want to become one of like this. What do we become? Good vibe streamers. You know what I mean?
Zone B.
Woo!
Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
Fuck me, dude. There we go. Am I gonna finish them all?
Zone C lost. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Fuck me, dude. I wasn't far enough. Damn, I should have bet more. Easy. Easy, dude. Easy.
Zone A lost. Zone B lost. It's a power play. Get those zones back. Zone A captured. Zone C captured. You have advantage.
Dude, what the hell? Play like a man. Lovely. Lovely, dude. The Pure Chills Tribe streamer. I will drop 100 gifted subs if you get 30 kills with it this or in the next game.
Zone A lost.
Yeah, that ain't happening. I'll see what we can do. Yeah.
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead. Only 5 minutes left.
Son of a bitch. Boss man. Boss man with the 20 gifted subs. Balls, thank you so much, dude. Chat, please drop some love and eggplants for this man. Balls, I would scream your name for the heavens to hear right now. My voice is being a little bitch. Nice. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. That's a good plan, too. I love it. We both have good plans. You cheated. You brought your friend. No, that's some bullshit, dude. Time reigns. That was a gentleman warfare. There we go, baby. There we go. I'll take the trade. I'll take it. He's just better.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Fuck me, dude. Where we at? Yo, this is a good sidearm. No, I mean, like, y'all recognize it actually is a good sidearm.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Or y'all still hating?
3 minutes.
Fuck me, that was a melee. Aim down sides. Aim down my asshole. Listen, listen. I'm using lion rampants and I'm using the fucking hip fire accuracy. I'm gonna hip fire with this bitch.
Zone C.
Blame the user? Yeah, that's fair enough.
Keep the pressure on. You're in the lead.
Oh shit.
Zone A lost.
There we go, baby. There we go. Making a comeback right now. Fuck me, dude.
Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Isn't it in air actually and not the hip fire BLT? Don't worry, brother. Don't worry, brother. You stay around here long enough. You will learn the sandbox with us. Give it to us, baby. Give it to us. We're giving that 15 right now. Give me that 15 right now. Barely made it. Barely fucking made it.
Zone C captured. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold.
Not from you, BLT. That's the problem. You want to talk shit, but you don't even know what you don't even know. BLT, you want to talk shit so bad, but you don't even know that here recently lions had been bought, but they just didn't increase or didn't actually add it to the text in game. Here I go. I try to offer an olive branch, and you just step off into a pile of fucking stupid right now. How many kills did we just get? Titan Wu Wei with the 38 months. Thank you so much. Check the weapon. We can't trust this shit. Yeah, I had on Vanguard. I'm pretty sure that was 15 or 16. I thought he was supposed to be nicer. I said this the second half of this year. The second half of 2025. Seriously. I got a new child coming into the world. And you know, I really am I believe karma is a real thing. You know what I mean? And so if you know, I think that kind of shit, you could spawn a demon that way if you're not careful. Still shot with the 15 months. Thank you so much. All right, I'm keeping this weapon. No, this sidearm earned it. Point proven. It's a great weapon. All right. Everyone acknowledge forgiveness is a fantastic sidearm. It's absolute meta. All right. What the I'm gonna just delete this. Tarnished metal. Dude, this is actually a good scout rifle, man. It doesn't get enough respect. I mean, for real, this thing doesn't get enough respect. It was fire back in the day, man. I mean, we used the piss out of it. I used it all like for my Chaos Reach builds. I love this thing. Cap. Dude, it's a good scout though. It's a good scout. It's ugly. What? Dude, this is a sexy ass weapon. What are you talking about? I love this design. Delete. Look. Are you saying I will never use this? I mean, what? Hold on. What's the replacement? What's the replacement here? Scout rifle that is arc. Unworthy? I got unworthy? I mean, unworthy's pretty good. Yeah. Show the kill tracker. It's right there. It's 2,909. Yeah. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Brigand's Law. Ah, man, dude. You know what happened to this sidearm? Fucking rocket assisted sidearms and dead kindness. That's what happened to this sidearm. This was the shit. This was so good. And then we just got something way better. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. We'll get rid of it. Amit. Anybody ever use this anymore? Does anyone use Amit anymore? For the memes all the time? I'm gonna be honest, I never use it. I never use it. I do have some good stats into it, but I mean, like, I just never use it. Yeah. During the crafting was probably the most I used it. I'm gonna keep this one. Royal Executioner, would you keep it? Reservoir Burst, Envious. It's a hot weapon, though, man. A hot weapon. You guys don't fucking like this weapon? What's wrong with y'all? Huh? What do you run around using Jotun? It's 1909. I know, I haven't used it this season. It's not like we have artifact mods that make fusion rifles really good. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, that's fair play. If I haven't used it this season, then there ain't no hope. Iterative loop. Delete that shit too. Mr. Meeseek with 18 months. Thank you so much. Bro, it's craft. We'll just recraft in the future. You know what? I'll tell you what. It must be nice being just ultra wealthy. Huh? It must be nice. Everybody take a moment to just observe those comments of just delete craftable weapons. Like we're fucking walking around with a shit ton of ascendant alloys. It must be nice. It must be nice to never worry about how many materials you must waste to recraft a weapon. Fuck me. God damn. Dude, streaming must pay good if we billionaires out here. Good God. Mr. Meeseek. We be streaming right now on a fucking yacht. We be streaming right now 40,000 feet high. And it would look way better than Elon's fucking stream. You hear me? That PoE stream looked like shit. Aerosmith with the 3 months. Or was it Diablo? Dude, I haven't used this pulse rifle. Do you not use tonics for alloys? Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I'm not in poverty, but I'm like at the poverty line. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where we live. So, you know what I'm saying? For materials, all materials. I can't get rid of this, guys. You want me to get rid of it, but this is a legend. A legend. I can't part ways with this. Bro, it has 0 kills. It's a relic of the past. Of a time when Destiny, we had hope then. We had dreams then. I can't just get rid of this. Fuck it. We're going in right now. No. We're going in. I got too many people talking shit in here right now. Mods, put it up. By the way, pay out my believers. We got 15 kills last time. Will we get 15 kills with this weapon? All right, hold on. Did we play that entire game a second ago with no targeting mods on and forgiveness still popped off? Holy shit. That just tells you just how strong it is. You know what I'm saying? That just tells you. I'm not deleting this. No. Let me just say this. It's hard getting 15 kills with a special weapon. It really is. You know what I mean? It's not the easiest thing. There's limitations of ammo, things like that. Ace Man Kobe with the sub. Scientist, thank you for the 15 months. Aerosmith. Demon, thank you. Yeah, it's tough, guys. It's tough. We'll do another bet on it. But I will say this. It is significantly tougher than you would think. Like, you could do follow-ups. Like, you do like a shotgun melee, right? 10 kills with it and you keep it. We'll do 15. A lot of people don't respect Aaron Till, and I don't know why. This is the OG of the OG. Aaron Till was the thing that put fusion rifles on the map. It struck fear into every... Okay, by the way, this game is already going, so I don't know. It may not count. Maybe will, maybe won't. I smell a scam. Wow. Man, I tell you what. That movement tech. Look out, Walla. We on one, baby. Oh my god. Damn. I'm burning. Fuck me then. I'm gonna say this. When you charge up Aaron Till, this thing is pretty much a guaranteed kill. I mean, look, seriously. Like, straight up a guaranteed kill. What the fuck? I just need more ammo. Dude, what are these melees, right? Hold on. Let's get this up. God damn it. Nobody can give me cover fire. Blueberry, for the love of God. Put your fucking body between me and their fucking guns. I just lost that one special that I needed. Yes. Fear me. I have a weapon that you know was the most powerful weapon in all of Destiny at some point. Yes. Fear me. Oh, fuck. Try and get that special real quick. You guys want me to delete this fucking legend, dude? You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I ain't deleting shit. Uncultured swines. They're scared now. They know they're scared. They're fucking. They didn't respect it a second ago. Yeah. What? Fucking hunters, dude. They just got a smaller frame type, dude. It's like back in the day why you would choose a female character over a male. Petrocasm is better. I don't think so. Aaron Toes. It's the OG, man. You gotta respect it. Look at him back it up. Don't be a hoe. Don't be a hoe. Take it.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Nice.
Zone B lost.
Fuck, dude. Fucking flinch. How many are we at right now? 7. Yeah, we got really fucking. We gotta cook. God dog it, dude. Look, I'm just here for fusion rifle kills. I don't give a shit about winning. Fuck. I'll take the trade, baby. I'll take that trade all day long. All right. Eight. Oh, dude, all that work for just one more kill. Fuck! Why even not just be AFK? Either be AFK or actually be moving like a normal fucking player. Oh, this is not good. Oh shit. He's dangerous. No special. Not a single special. Not even one. Not even one fucking brick. Yep. Guys, we don't need to delete this weapon. I've kept this weapon through every sandbox, every expansion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is such a good weapon. It represents so much. It represents so much outside of just a fusion rifle. It's getting shit on right now. Oh, so good. A fucking sniper, dude. A fucking sniper, brother.
As this is.
Fuck me. Fuck me. Think about it. Just think about the success rate. Just about every time I shot this fusion, it got a kill. I think like maybe one time. God, dog it, man. Okay, yeah, that didn't get that kill. Damn it, dude. Damn it. Ripperoni. I think it should be 10 kills. Yeah, I think we should make it 10 kills. But for real though, guys, I don't think we should get rid of it. This is a beauty. And look, I didn't even have a mod on. We were throwing. Wait. Didn't we just win it? Didn't we go into that game already going? Wasn't it already going? Oh, fuck you guys then. No. The game was already going. We get another one. The game was in progress. Oh, this is going to be a tough map.
Control.
No, I think it's 15 kills still. The current bet right now that's actively in place is 15. I want to say. One even with the sub. Thank you, man.
Take those zones and hold them to your
Alien, yeah, it does. It keeps me up at night, brother. How'd you know?
Zone C captured. Enemy claimed zone A. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
I'm gonna be honest. I was completely shocked that he charged me. And took like no damage. The fuck was that? Yeah, these connections are great.
Zone B lost.
God damn it, dude.
Lost the lead.
What are these connections? The fuck is happening? That works. Here's the thing, guys. Is Destiny supposed to be going offline right now? Fuck me then, dude. Lovely. 30 minutes. I gotta pop up for maintenance. I'm wondering people getting kicked offline right now. Dude, I've gotten no kills this game. Last game was way better. But also, just connections. I don't know how much of an effect this is having on it. Oh, dude, I had no fucking damn grapple. Honestly, it's good. I didn't realize how much flinch fusion rifles take. And part of the balancing effect for it, but still. You just build a map with this shit. Look at everybody playing so skittish, man. Good lord. Criminals flinch. Dude, fucking just sitting here baiting, dude. Play the game. God damn it, dude. I can't stand fucking hunters. Fucking hunters running around, sneaking around. You sneaky bastard. This is such a map, too, that's for sneaky fucking people.
Zone B lost. You have advantage. Zone C lost.
I got no special.
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
I just need special. I don't care about any of this other shit. Oh, this is rough, dude. The special economy is rough. about to get booted offline right now. Yeah. Pay out to the nose. I think we need a refund. Yeah, we're having I think it's probably because Destiny's about to go offline. I think we need a refund. Servers are going down and having issues. Still got 30 minutes. Right, but I just don't know what the connection quality is going to be over the next 30. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Eleven years ago today, Bungie released the Destiny New Beginnings trailer. Oh God. Chad, are we still dropping frames? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get another game. No. We're good. Okay. Oh boy, here's the next YouTube video. What was Destiny like 11 years ago? You know what? That's actually a great point. Hold on. 11 years ago today, Bungie released the Destiny New Beginnings trailer. What a perfect opportunity to talk about this. Thank you for the segue on that one. Hold on. Let's just see if this brings back any memories.
We called it the
Did you just pay the fuck out? I said refund! Kaiser with the 20 gifted souls. Kaiser, thank you so much for the 20. Chat, please drop some love and eggplants right now. I can watch this fucking video.
We called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars.
Hold on. Somebody find me the YouTube video for this, because I already know compression here on Twitter is absolute dog shit. Luke, find me the YouTube. Hold on.
But the Traveler.
No. YouTube. Go to cinema. Well, let me find him. New beginnings. Chat, is this video right here, right? Official Destiny reveal trailer, New Beginnings. So 11 years ago, if I'm understanding this, from today, right? This one.
Are the Og done music? I miss it.
Dude, something about the OG Destiny 1 music, man.
We called it
It just hit,
the
dude.
Traveler,
It hit so right.
and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy. A darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything.
That is, until I found you.
Oh, Peter Dinklage, man.
We've always known the darkness would return. To finish what it started. To take our home.
Moon's haunted.
That's why I've been looking for you for centuries. There are only a few of you who carry the light of the Traveler, who have the strength to fight the darkness. I'm not going to lie to you, Guardian. You are Earth's last hope.
That was such a good mission, too.
If you fail, everything you know, everything humans have ever known, will be gone forever.
What a great strike, too.
So, you know. No pressure.
Oh my God, play dancer. Stranger. Oh.
Product not yet rated.
Dude, 11 years ago, man. I've often talked about this a number of times, at least my initial experience with Destiny, which was I really wasn't keeping up with it too much. Obviously, I was a fan of Bungie, and we had, played Halo Reach for years. I, of course, had stopped playing Halo and I moved on to like other games. And the big game that I was playing at the time was Final Fantasy 14. And that was a lot of fun because it's just a great MMORPG. But I had so many clanmates that were talking about the beta and the alpha, and was just glowing, just saying that it was going to be the best game ever. And even though I didn't play the beta or anything, we were a day one player. I woke up that morning, played it, and I don't know, it was a weird thing because I spent all day playing Destiny the day that it launched. And it was like, I got to the end and I was like, is that it? You know, because I was expecting like Halo or Halo 3, Halo Reach, like I was expecting that level of a campaign experience, and we obviously didn't get that from Destiny. And so I was just perplexed because I was like, I don't really understand what just took place or who the bad guy really is. You know, what am I supposed to do now that I've beaten the campaign? And then day 2, I started to kind of understand, like, all right, wait a minute now. Like, this game wants me to continue playing, and I got to go run these strikes, and I can go play Crucible, which Crucible at that time, guys, was, I mean, no lie, like PvP in D1, it was the shit, man. Like, everybody loved it. And this is before like the meta was like getting fleshed out as well. No one had any weapons, and so like whenever you would see someone with an exotic, which definitely didn't happen early on, it was many weeks in. But when you start to see people with exotics, like, dude, they stood out to you. You were like, oh my God, he's got a service regime, or whatever other exotic. And eventually, as I started to pick up like different weapons, especially like exotics, that's when it was like apparent to me, like, whoa, this game is, it's got something unique here. And back then you actually had to level up weapons. And Last Word, for instance, dropped, was my first exotic that I got. I took it inside a Crucible. I shot it, and I thought it was ass. I was like, dude, this weapon's terrible. I took it inside a PvE and was like, this weapon's even worse here. I was like, what a shit exotic. And I threw it in my vault. Here's the thing. Back then, you had to level the weapon up in order to unlock its perks. So you never had a fully amped exotic. You actually had to level it up to then select the exotic perks. And I finally ended up doing that down the road. And it was substantially better because you didn't even have the Last Word exotic perk even selected. So anyways, Destiny, though, what it really presented back then was just this air of mystery, man. You know, no one could really figure it out. And I think that's a good place to be, really, with so many things. The moment something feels like it's solved, you know, whether it's a game or any type of entertainment, it kind of loses its appeal. Destiny was a game when it first launched that everyone was just trying to figure out what even is this game? How do you even explain to friends what the game even is? And I remember like even just trying to express to friends like what Destiny was, and it was like, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then finally what you end up saying is, you just got to play it, man. You just got to play it. It was such a difficult thing. Whereas, you know, I feel like many games today, they just become solved, and that could be from just a design standpoint to simplify it, but unfortunately that loses that appeal that we had for Destiny, which back then was just like you just had all this mystery around it. And that's not even to say like the story. Now the story could have been way better in vanilla, and the Taken King really picked that up and saved it. But I have very fond memories, man, of Destiny many years ago. And I would say that most of us had very different lives back then than what we have now. Dude, back then, I didn't even know streaming was a thing. I didn't even know you could even do that. You know, I never even went to YouTube to look up gaming content. Like, I never looked up guides. But suddenly we were in a role where you needed a guide. It was like, dude, how do I get an exotic quest? How do I get one of these exotic bounties? Who the fuck is Xur? You know what I mean? Suddenly, like, Destiny just slung me into YouTube and streams and other things because, like, I needed those resources. Thought you were watching a new trailer? No. Back when Machinima was popping off? Jeez. Rough times back then. Rough times, man. Data miners and collections ruin the surprise elements. I'd say there's a lot of contributing factors, Les. I would say like just everyone being perpetually online and you know, hell, just even having access to like Twitter or something like that. There's so much you'll know about before something even releases. But also, I think the other big contributing factor is, guys, it's been 11 years. We're over a decade at this point. You know what I mean? Back when live action Destiny commercials were a thing. I gotta say, man, I mean, look, I don't know what I know that we've heard behind the scenes that the relationship between Activision and Bungie was strained. But on the marketing side, dude, we have Peter Dinklage, which I know, some people say it was a miss in some ways for Destiny Vanilla. I kind of liked his very like almost monotone binary approach to things. You know what I mean? We had live action trailers. We had multiple live action trailers. And some of them were kind of goofy, but on the marketing side of things, like when I see what Activision and Bungie did back then versus what I see today with Sony and Bungie, it's like it's a 9-day difference, I wish they just gave us multiple ghost options for voices, but I understand it's a lot of work. Yeah. Back when midnight releases were what you looked forward to. The Taken King live action trailer was goofy as fuck, but it got me hyped. Dude, there was like so many live action trailers. There was also like a live action trailer that involved, I don't know, I think it was like a pizza commercial or something like that. And somehow Destiny was involved. Yes, that is such a great point. Having something other people didn't have was one of the coolest feelings in Destiny 1. That was the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because it was highly coveted. Those, exotics were highly coveted. I remember just, doing a strike and being on a team with someone with Icebreaker. And dude, I was just like, we've been trying to do this strike for hours, a friend and I. And we had that friend, we had this random guy that we picked up who had an Icebreaker. And dude, the moment he was like, don't worry, guys, my sniper rifle makes ammo. I was like, brother, we fucking got this shit. We fucking got this. Like, we've been getting shit on in this strike. We can't beat this damn Nightfall. But you got a sniper rifle that makes ammo? Hell yeah. And we sat up at the top of that Nightfall and just like literally just kept the hats off him. And it took him forever. I mean, it took like 15 minutes to kill the boss. But we finally killed the boss. But dude, Nightfalls were so hard back then, guys. Nightfalls were so hard back in D1 that you damn near had to cheese many of them. At least in year one. How many of you did the Cabal strike where you got behind the crates and had to sit there and there would be a little sliver, a fucking little sliver, and you would sit there and just shoot the feet of the fucking Cabal boss? Dude, they were tough, brother. The strikes back then, you didn't have prismatic. You couldn't just pop consecration to get out of shit. You had to cheese. And look, like many of us, like we would fucking, at least for me, I would be at work and I would be like, friends and I would be sharing cheese videos and be like, dude, we got to try this when we get home. There's like one of the strikes was like an out of bounds spot where you can get and you can like put yourself in a position that was like behind this light. And somehow there's like an opening. How people discover this, I have no fucking idea. But there was like an opening that you could shoot the boss. But you pretty much had to. Or you just had to be absolute gamers, which we weren't because everyone was new to Destiny and you got shit on. Shield Brothers on Dread Knight was hell, literally. Yeah. I felt like back then, though, the difference, because it's like when Bungie hears this, you guys, we're talking about this. Bungie goes, all right, that's what the players want. They want content, that level of difficulty. And they want that level of rarity for gear. The problem is they forget the one thing that held that entire experience together. And that was Destiny was completely new. It was a completely new experience for us. That's what glued all of it together. If you were to roll things back today and give us a GM Nightfall right now, that is almost impossible to beat with loot that we were just recently earning before, and you made it incredibly rare to get now. It would feel, it just feels like, okay, we're doing double the work for less reward, and the newness factor is gone. Ginger Snap for the 2 months. Thank you so much. In-game screen loot drops were my favorite. Seeing what everyone got was sweet. The loot has to match the difficulty. Yeah. There should be a hard reset Destiny 3 with no collections. We need a reset to bring that back. I just don't think that you could do it under the umbrella of Destiny 2. Maybe you can. We'll see. We'll see if Edge of Fate, really strikes it off in that direction. But it's like weapon crafting. You know what I'm saying? There's a constant debate whether we should do weapon drops versus weapon crafting. And obviously we're moving away from weapon crafting. My thing is like, I did like weapon crafting because it was more deterministic. Even if you were in a situation where it's like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to get the drop that I want. It's all right as long as you were getting occasional red borders. And then I also liked that my vault wasn't hurting as much because I would just keep one roll. I would keep just one weapon, and I would just change the perks on that one weapon. And now we're in a situation where vault space is becoming a much bigger issue because we've got so many rolls of the same weapon. We need a new rarity and a new difficulty. Crafting ruined much of the end game. Whether it ruined it or not, the problem is you can't give your players crack and then suddenly say, hey, we're going to take that away. You see where I'm coming from? What I'm saying is like, it's hard to roll back something so systematically big as crafting. And by the way, this is a very polarizing topic because anytime anyone brings up weapon crafting, think about what you guys are saying even here right now. Like some of you are already just like, you either loved weapon crafting, you thought it was great, or you absolutely hate it, you think it ruined the game. You don't need every combination of every gun. So I've been saying this for a long time. If I had like a wish list of how loot should be done inside of Destiny, I think that a reset would work with either a Destiny 3 or whatever, like a Destiny Forever, Destiny Universe. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. But I think that the loot system needs to match what we have in Path of Exile.
Yeah.
I love that in Path of Exile, every drop feels uniquely its own. Every drop feels uniquely its own. And then it has its version of crafting, which is just multiple elements of RNG. But I love the idea of taking an exotic and applying a Val Orb to it and corrupting it. And Bungie talks about like balance and stuff. Just make it so that all corrupted exotics are banned from Crucible. You ban them. You cannot wear them inside of Crucible. Or maybe just have one playlist where you can wear those exotics. But like, imagine corrupting Stompies. Imagine applying a Val Orb to Stompies and it gives you another jump. Intrinsically. Path of Exile 2, crafting system is far from good. But it keeps you engaged, man. Controversial opinion. I have stopped hunting for new guns because there's so much of them. And one gun is just another gun this time around. I would love to match different exotic synergies with Val Orbs. What about raid races then? They banning those for that too? I don't know, maybe. Maybe you ban corrupted exotics for day one races. You know what I'm saying? But you'll keep it for everything else. Crafting equals tier 3 and tier 5 should be random. Yeah. Like imagine Doom Marchers and Lion Rampants together. Yeah, I mean, there's just what here's the thing that it's not just about like what the you know, I like that the corrupting the Vow Orb application inside of Path of Exile felt so random to every piece of item I ever try to corrupt that it felt uniquely my own. I had a general idea of what I would want, but you corrupt that same piece of gear, I corrupt that same piece of gear. We get two vastly different outcomes. And then on the off chance that when you corrupt a piece of gear, it destroys it. Because there is that chance. Or makes it just worse. You know, here's the thing, man. I just feel like that breathes a lot of longevity for your game. And also it brings a lot of just truly unique builds. Exotics honestly feel like a chore list that I use once and never again for like 90% of them. What I was hoping for, what I hoped for with Edge of Fate, though, just going back and watching this trailer right here, is for it to just kind of capture that mystery again. Because I feel like
I think seasonal weapons being really craftable is okay because they can be time-limited raid and dungeons should be random IMO.
3, yeah. Yeah, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Yep. Yeah, they do. That is the thing. Path of Exiles, they like to do hard resets. And on some levels, we're going to be getting resets inside of Destiny. It would ruin build battles? Yeah, maybe. Potentially, because there would be so many unique factors to a given build. But anyways, I think more so than that is like I feel like Destiny feels solved in a lot of ways. And I'm hoping that Edge of Fate just kind of just mixes things up, mixes the formula up just enough to where, all right, this universe isn't solved. You know what I mean? This is a different take on Destiny. And hopefully it will bring that. Don't think it will, TBH. Will this DLC bring Bombad back? I don't know. Bombad's pretty much cut out. He's a Warframe player. I mean, truly, if you want to talk about what I would want out of a Destiny 3, like, we could be here all day long. And that's the other thing. It's like, I think Bungie knows exactly like some of the wish list items players want. I would love the idea of like a D3 or a Destiny Forever where you get to choose. You get to choose between being a good Guardian or a bad Guardian. And like, you know, and there'll be like, but like that's more in like the MMO approach side of things, like truly making it massive multiplayer, and you know, having, who knows, having like an entire hub that's dedicated to like good Guardians versus a hub for bad Guardians. Community goals like Helldivers. So essentially Horde versus Alliance. Yeah. Yeah. So split the community? No. Have the community find each other. Ghost with the 5 gifted subs. And who knows? Maybe we come together. You know where I'm coming from? Remember years ago when we thought that there was going to be a split in the Vanguard? Y'all remember that? We were like, dude, because there was like the lore and everything was kind of like hinting at it. It was like the Drifter and Eris are going to split away from the tower. And there's going to be like the good Vanguard, which is like Zavala, Korra, and I guess when it wasn't Cade at the time because Cade was dead. But then like the other, and then the bad Vanguard, right? And we would have to decide which one to go with. That shit went nowhere. But dude, it was so hype in the moment. I just love the idea of that. Here's the thing. I think every player that plays any of these type of games, they love the idea of being able to make decisions and having like real impacts based on their decisions. And then like just even from the replayability, because you know what would happen in those situations. Some of us would make a Dark Guardian and then some of us make a Light Guardian. You know what I mean? We would play both sides. DC Universe Online have villains and heroes, and they have big battles and occasionally teamed up. There you go. Cool random information. Cross Drifter still calls my character a snitch. Yeah. DC had an entire PvP zone where heroes and villains would fight. Yeah. Look, man, this is just like one example. You're talking about like MMO aspects. And don't even get me started on the social features that I wish Destiny would get. But again, if you want to know like what's my number one, or what I want to see is like the number one priority Bungie addresses going into Edge of Fate, especially with it being the end of the Light and Darkness saga. What is the number one priority? Bungie, can you capture the mystery? Can you capture the mystery again? And that's going to require everything from world, narrative, even sandbox. Can you capture the mystery again? Man, that's a tough thing to do. It's a tough thing to do in the same game, you know. I don't care for the story in Edge of Fate as of right now. Yeah. Well, we don't really know too much. I actually wanted, this actually segues into this video here that I wanted to take a look. I started watching it last night, but we'll watch it right here. Scarrow put out this video. 5 big worries I have about the Edge of Fate. Let's take a listen.
Like 6 weeks away from Edge of Fate. We are like 6 weeks away from Edge of Fate, and there's a ton of changes coming with the expansion itself. So while the expansion might not be the biggest thing ever, there's like a lot of things that are going to be changing, and I like some of it, and some of it has me worried. And so I want to talk about all of that. So I'm going to release a 2-piece video series going over the things I'm worried about and the things I'm excited for. Today, we're going to start with the things I'm worried about because analytics, baby. But there are 5 things that I'm worried about. I'm not sold.
Good, Scarrow. Good. Yes. Feed into it.
that these are like definite negatives or that they won't be addressed by Bungie, but these are things that right now, as it sits with as much information that we know, I'm left worried about it. And so that's really what I want to talk about. So the first thing, for instance, is the soft sunsetting of the director. So if you don't know, we're getting the brand new portal screen. Bungie's intention is for all new activities, all new locations, everything to be accessed through the portal screen. Things like the new destination Kepler, you know, you would probably think will be on the director. Not the case. Bungie's intention, I actually asked this in the middle of our like recording session, you know, how do I even access Kepler? I was having a ridiculously hard time finding it. And that's because it's not on the director. You have to go into a subset of subset screens within the portal to find it. And it was incredibly frustrating to find in the first place. And then...
That's not good. What's the reason for that? Like, is it just to get us to use the portal? Like, you know what I mean? Or is it to save on UI space, or that you don't have to design an area on the destination menu?
I just kept like bringing it up, and everyone, all the other creators that were there with me, like definitely agreed. The director just has so much soul. It is kind of like a fundamental part of Destiny's identity at this point, and it has been for over a decade now. And it's just a shame. Like, the director's not going away. It'll still be there, but it'll just always exist in its current form, which I think is a shame. They're not putting Kepler on it. Wherever we go in Renegades, they're not going to put on it. And I really hope they reconsider that.
Brother, no, that's not good. I mean, my thought process was you would have the portal, but you would still have the director, and that would be updated expansion to expansion. It doesn't make, I mean, the only thing because you can't just Fortnite this thing. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, we're going to slap on a menu and now this is this episode's content. Go, you know what I'm coming from? And then it's also going to be kind of confusing. It's like, all right, so the director, you're not visibly seeing where you were going. It's just the same destinations, but not updated with the new stuff. I don't know. I don't feel like that would be that hard to add either. I mean, you now there is always like the director always does get redone every expansion. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you take a look at it. I mean, it's every expansion, it gets redone, and you see destinations get moved around. Bungie moved this here, there, all over the place. The Pell Hard here, of course. I don't know. Do they think it's just too crowded? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Just get rid of Neptune. I fucking forget that even exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bungie, you clear out this whole box over here. Just use this spot. Here's what I would prefer. I would rather have older destinations either moved to a sub-menu and the newer destinations shown visibly versus the other way around. Don't get rid of anything. I'm just saying, if it's actually something like, if Bungie's thought process on this is like, oh shit, never mind. This just went over. But if their thought process on it is, there's too much clutter on the UI. You know what I'm coming from? All right, well, just get rid of some of the older stuff or move it around. Have like a little drop menu if you wish. Or just have a way to zoom out. It's kind of like the star chart for Warframe. You know what I mean? Just, you could zoom in and then you could zoom out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're supposed to be going to another solar system eventually, we're going to have to be able to zoom the fuck out.
Because I think that is a huge mistake, personally. The second one, how they're limiting build crafting. So a lot of like, you know, Armor 3.0 is deepening the depth of, it's like simplifying the front end, but then it's really deepening armor grinding or build crafting in a way where it's like, okay, if you want to be this type of player, you might have to spend a little bit more time farming the armor or getting the tier 5s or whatever, but you can get it. And there's, the things like the tuning stat mods that add additional, levers to that chase and that sort of thing. But one thing I really don't like that they're doing is only giving us 6 archetypes at the start. And 2 of them, like, for instance, I think the health stat is a complete dead stat. So really, there's only 4-ish archetypes that I might even be interested in. And if I really just want to build into things like weapons and grenades, or weapons and melee, or weapons and super, or something like that, then I have like 2 options, really, or maybe 3. And I think that is a mistake. I personally probably would have launched with 12 or 18 archetypes to give even more combinations. I'm not sure if this is Bungie's way of like soft testing the system or just like trying not to overwhelm players initially or whatever. And we don't know how often they're going to add more archetypes. Are we going to get 6 more with renegades, for instance? That would be better in my opinion. But I just think like completely gutting the armor system, changing it, and then being like, okay, you have 6 options to build everything from is incredibly limiting, and it's something I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm very skeptical of. So that definitely has me worried. 3. So
yeah, I get the thought on it. I feel like it's Bungie's way of testing it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? The other thing that was the most interesting thing that Bungie mentioned in their interviews was that the 2-piece bonuses will remain the same for a given set of armor, but the 4-piece bonuses will change. So there's going to be some level of FOMO with that too. And I don't really know how many are going to be changing. But supposedly the 4-piece sets, whatever that set bonus is for the 4-piece, it may be the same armor or armor that gets released down the road, but it will be a different 4-piece armor bonus. Did I misunderstand that, 6? Not change? They'll reuse the 2 pieces for a later set? My understanding was that the 4-piece would be changing, which actually sounded interesting to me. I thought that just meant that the 4-piece was unique. I don't know. That sounded actually good to me, that the 4-piece bonus would be changing. The 2-piece would stay the same. The 4-piece will change. Yeah, the 4-piece would be new for each set. The 2-piece can return on different sets. The 4-piece is unique. They will reuse some 2-piece bonuses with other 4-piece bonuses. Oh. There will always be a new 4-piece bonus. Sometimes in the future, the 2-piece will be reused. Oh, that just sounds worse. Well, that sounds worse than what my original thought was. Drew with the 10, thank you so much. Actually with the 12, literally have a sub-menu for Vault of Glass and King's Fall, yeah. Nexus with the 11. Vertigo with the sub. Thank you so much. I'm staying here until D3 or less stops complaining. Germinator with the 23. Thank you. Thank you. What do you mean by 4 and 2-piece? All right. So when you have, let me pull this up. When you have sets of armor inside of going into Edge of Fate, okay, you will get benefits for wearing, say, 2 pieces of a brawler set, right? And then if you have 4 pieces of a brawler set, you would get the 2-piece bonus plus the 4-piece bonus. So it would essentially give you the full bonuses of that set. Or you can mix things up. You could do 2 pieces from
Yo, it's another beautiful day to play comp.
Brawler and 2-piece from Gunner. Oh, am I saying this wrong? Am I saying this wrong? Wrong. Those are set bonuses. Oh, these are archetypes. Archetypes. Excuse me. Where's the screen? Luke, give me a screenshot of an armor set. Division 2 vibes. Grenadier and Gunner, what I'm going to grind for. Luke, give me the 2 and 4 set bonus pieces. Yeah, we'll look at Benny's video at some point. Or here, I can also pull up my video. Just a screenshot be fine, Luke. The Vision 2 has a good way of handling it. It's this, look, armor set bonuses are things that exist in like many other games. Ahmed with the sub, thank you so much. Luke, make sure it's the right set. I know some of them we're not supposed to show. Okay, here we go. All right. Luke, can you show the whole piece of armor? So you got 2-piece bonus and 4-piece bonus. So right here, 2-piece bonus. Final blows with freshly drawn or reloaded weapons heal you. And then 4-piece bonus. Bow, shotgun, sword, final blows. Temporarily reduce incoming damage. Damaging targets with those weapons extends the effect. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, the 2-piece bonus will be in rotation on future armor sets. But the 4-piece bonus will be what changes. Correct? Cross this marathon news. Is it really? Yes, but also this set won't go away as far as we know. Okay. So no level of FOMO on that. Decent with the 9 months. Thank you. What about old armor? Would they just be trash stats? Yeah. I mean, it's a soft reset, guys. It's soft hard. It's a sunset. It's a bit of a sunset that we're going into. There's going to be conversions, but you're most likely going to want to regrind most of your shit. I'm soft hard. Yeah, here we go. Just some images here. Semi-flaccid. No, the 4-piece bonus doesn't override the 2-piece bonus. You'll get both. Or you could do a 2-piece bonus with another 2-piece bonus. So if you want to do 2-2. If you're like, look, this unfaltering focus, that's shit. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Then you could just do a 2-2. And the reason why they're doing it like that is that it leaves a spot open for your exotic. I'll take a look at it in just a second, Dragon. Hold on, we'll take a look in a second. Let's continue listening to this hero. Hold on.
Add more archetypes. Like, okay, you have 6 options. Be like your activity. For me, they were boring. They were for some, and I'm very skeptical of. So that definitely has me worried. 3, solo ops. They've spent a lot of time hyping up solo ops. And for some people, these might be like your activity. For me, they were boring. They were very boring. Some of them literally had 10 enemies and you were just like, they're essentially like, the way I think about them is like lost sectors, but instead of in a lost sector, they are like in a patrol space and it's just longer. So you're just like running, but there's like a boss at the end. There might be like one small mechanic you have to do, like shoot the darkness splinters or whatever, defend this thing, just like a lost sector. But just not fun. And that's a big shame, because I think there are other examples of really good solo opportunities. So for instance, Destiny Rising, the 9 game mode, where that it's a short solo roguelite, and you're just like, you pick buffs and you're running through. I know that's
so much fun.
A lot of work, but it's like infinitely more interesting than kill 10 enemies and run half a mile.
It's so much better.
Loot. So I think solo ops need a lot of work, and I'm a little worried about that, because this kind of goes into the fourth point I want to talk about. Seasonal activities, destination stuff, activities. We haven't really seen a lot of that. It's my understanding that the destination doesn't have lost sectors, and the reason it doesn't have lost sectors is because that work went into solo ops. And so what else got sacrificed for that? Like, does this DLC have a strike? They haven't mentioned it. If it does the destination, does Kepler have a destination activity? Overflow, is that what it's called? Overflow, the one in the Pale Heart, was sick. It was awesome. That was probably the best destination activity we've ever had. Very fun. Put a lot of time into it, kept people engaged for a long time. Is there anything like that on Kepler? Because I haven't seen anything to suggest there's anything like that on Kepler. And so, like, where's the replayability? The portal's sick. And the fact that they're bringing in old activities like Wrathborn Hunts, like Savathûn Spire, that's really cool. But if for the new season, I'm getting excited about grinding only old stuff, I think that's a problem. There should also be new stuff in there that's not like so.
Again, everything is going to fall on the back of this new take on exploring Kepler. And I think that is an incredible burden for a formula we know some things about, but it's like, it's also one of those things, like, I've already seen some of your comments like, dude, what? I'm going to be playing with Deep Sight 2.0. I don't give a shit about these abilities. I got to do puzzles now. I just want to slay. You know where I'm coming from? It's risky, man. It really is risky. The other side of things is like, where's the sex appeal? You know, that's the other thing. And I'm not talking about Gooner bait out here. I'm talking about, where is the expansion's sex appeal? You know, it's things that are sexy. New subclass. That's an easy one. That's a fucking freebie. You know what I mean? Hey, why should I buy this expansion? You want the green shit? Huh? You want the blue shit? You want the rainbow shit? Buy it. Easy. Fucking easy sell. Right? Sex appeal. Maximum. 10, 11. Right? Other things that falls in line with that sex appeal. A new rarity. When we thought we were going to get Black Armory, and people were like, brother, there's going to be a new rarity. It's going to be a black rarity now. When you look at your weapon, it's going to be blacked out, all this stuff. Dude, sexy. Fucking easy. That's hot. The only other thing I can think of is more in a hot tub. But I mean, like, there are things that are just easy sells. The problem is turning into a ball and going into a pipe and charging a pylon. Is that sexy enough? I hope it is. It may be. To some people, you may be bricked right now. I don't know. Maybe I kind of, you know what I mean? Like semi, there's some appeal to it. I get the, you know what I mean? But it's kind of a hard sell. You know what I mean? But people like Metroid Prime. Right. People over 40. But and nothing against my people over 40. I mean, Bungie's leaning into the demographic. I get it. You know, I just don't know if it's going to hit everybody. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to hit everybody. No, there isn't, as I'm flaccid. It's an interesting mechanic, 100%. Is it exciting and game breaking? Not so much. Again, though, we're talking here, but all the weight is coming back to what is this whole exploration, discoverability, like all this stuff that's been built up here for Kepler. I would say my experience with Kepler, we got to do a handful of things, and Fuck. Luke, I don't know. Where's the... There's an activity, though. There is an activity. And, but you know, here's the thing. I don't know the scope of how big Kepler really is. And you know what I mean? I don't really know the scope. I'd give the Matterspark a chance because we haven't seen any of the upgrades they talked about us getting. Here's where people are disliking the whole Matterspark thing. It's a destination-only ability. You see what I'm saying? Which I completely understand why. You know where I'm coming from? It's like, cool, you do all these upgrades and your ball is going to get better. You're going to do a little more lightning damage. Ah, man, with the 10 gifted subs, thank you so much. And actually, with the 5 gifted from earlier, thank you for the 15. Literally no one hated on it, Cross. What are you talking about, in fact? What do you mean, literally no one hated on it? And that's the other thing. Maybe there's some like play of it. Maybe they're gonna incorporate some of these the destination abilities into the raid. The ball thing. In fact, are you saying that no one said that the Matterspark ability wasn't good? It's not about, I didn't see anyone hating on it initially. Well, as someone who has played with Matterspark, I would say that it left me slightly chubbed. Slight. I definitely didn't walk away going, I can't wait to turn it in a ball. Come Edge of Fate. You know what I'm saying? That's my experience. Again, I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I didn't walk away going, oh man, that ball shit, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? But look, again, I only played, I played just a couple different versions of the Matterspark. We'll see what it shapes up to, we'll see what plays out. To me, it doesn't really, it's a means to progress to another area. That's what matters to me the most. And when it comes to like doing damage to enemies or clearing out groups of ads, I like to use my build. I don't care to turn into a ball. Also, the build that I played, the ball was kind of shit at damage. I'm just letting y'all know, like the ball did not do much damage. It did literally almost no damage. But Grant, I don't really know exactly. Like, I think he was like at the they could tweak those numbers. They could tweak those numbers. Now, here's the thing. The other side of things is that Bungie allows us to turn into multiple balls. I mean, what's better than one ball? 2 balls. You know what I'm saying? If I can be a couple balls just rolling around on top of me, myself, fucking shooting out, you know what I mean? Double the damage. I can roll with that. But I didn't see 2 balls. I was always just the 1 ball, And it had to be the same size ball. The ball didn't get bigger. The ball had to be the same size because why? There are pipes that you have to fit into. The ball's got to be able to fit in those pipes. In the 2 ball scenario, would 1 ball be bigger than the other? I mean, if that's an important detail, I guess. Why? Stop screen. Fuck yeah, I guess.
So I hope Kepler has a cool activity that's maybe part of that. I hope there's a strike. That'd be kind of a shame if there wasn't. We also don't know what the season's bringing. So we know, like, for instance, Fire and Ash is coming 3 months after the launch of Edge of Fate. That'll have its own stuff. But does, like, the first third of the season have its own stuff? Like, there's just a lot of information here that we don't have. And that worries me because we are 6 weeks out and all of the, all of their messaging is, oh, the grind is back. You're going to be playing a lot. We want the hobby game to be here. But all we have to show for that are like returning old activities, the most boring solo op like activities I could think of, and then like short events, which the short events are really cool, like Arms Week and Heavy Metal. I'm a big fan personally, but where's the new grindy activities? I want to see more of those. So very curious and a little worried about that since they've been so radio silent, but I'm interested to see what they reveal, or if there is anything to reveal, I guess. And then the final one, and I am genuinely so worried about this, and this is not meant to be me like calling out anyone, but so much of the refocusing with the tier 5 weapons and the tier 5 armor and the shiny grind and all of this stuff is focused on in the new light leveling system. It's all, hey, we're bringing the grind back to Destiny. But I'm genuinely worried that a large part of the Destiny community doesn't like to grind anymore. And I think this is a consequence of, a number of years of, simplification and casualification of Destiny. Really starting around Beyond Light or Witch Queen with crafted weapons and requiring you to play game modes less and less and less to get the best things in the game.
What Scaro's trying to say is all you motherfuckers have turned into casual bitches over the years, and you don't have it in you to get the grind on anymore. Of course, he's saying it in a much more diplomatic way. I will say this. Hold on. I will say this. It's not about whether or not we've got it in us anymore to grind. It's just difficult to give. Like, it's like, imagine. What's a good analogy on this? What's a good analogy? Imagine if your lady cooked for you every day and you just expected it. You come home, 6 p.m. rolls around, and you expect dinner. But then, imagine you come home and dinner is halfway cooked. And you now have to finish the other half. Okay? But then, you come home and there's no dinner cooking. You now have to cook everything. You got to get this shit out the refrigerator with your hands and think of things to put with other things to make something worth a damn. That's kind of the system. I don't know if that's necessarily the best analogy, but that's just called getting married. God, dog it, man. Oh, it's all downhill. Hobby with the 5 get the subs. Thank you so much. I'm going to be honest, dude. And you know what I do? I just cook really bad. You want me to cook? Get ready to almost die. It'll taste good to me, but everyone is just like, fuck no. We'll just don't cook. We got this. Rika's like, I fucking got it. I'll just fucking cook. That's my philosophy on it. Just be really, really bad at it. Yeah, but it's divorced Destiny 2. I gotta agree with Scare on this though, man. When you've given us crafting, it's really hard to pull that back. You know where I'm coming from? It's really fucking hard. Minecraft for the 4 months. Thank you so much. Crafting was a mistake. Whether it was a mistake or not, it's hard to walk back some of those things. Let me hear what Skira has to say for the rest of this.
and making generally activities like Grandmaster Nightfalls easier and easier and easier and easier, and stopping people from really pushing themselves. And I like, that's fine. If that's how you like to play the game, that's totally fine. But so much of what they are doing is, hey, you're gonna have to be playing like a lot more of this. You're gonna be getting rewarded, but if you want the best rewards, you have to play a ton and you have to grind a ton, and you're gonna have to do hard content. And while that excites someone like me, who's been doing this the entire time and has been very anti things like crafting this entire time, I'm not sure how the general population of Destiny is going to respond to that, and that does worry me. I'm also...
How are you guys going to respond to that? If Destiny's something like, hey, bitch, 40 hours. I want it every week. You got to put it up if you want the best of the best. Anna Bray with the 16 months. Thank you so much. W, hell yeah. Not gonna happen. Fuck the casuals. I'm leaving. I'm hard. I'm flaccid. Lick my ass. Well, you know, this is great. I honestly feel like this is the best. I mean, I love the variety of opinions here. And that's the way it should be. My thing is this. If you're going to require me to grind, all right, I'll grind. But dude, is that enhanced origin trait really going to be worth it? You know what I'm saying? Is that thing really going to be fucking worth it? I hope. Like, if that, what I'm saying, like, if a tier 3 drop to tier 5 is not significant enough there in difference, okay, just give me the tier 3, I suppose. You know what I mean? Enhanced barrels, sure. Yeah, I mean, if that's enough, hopefully it's enough. For PvP, though, yeah, have you seen the PvP player population right now? We're not exactly thriving. Okay, I'm just, and that's the other thing, too. Inside of PvE, you know, if it's just small stat bumps, the +2s and +3s, no one really cares about that in PvE. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, really, that shit doesn't matter inside of PvE. The only time stat bumps really matters inside of PvP, where you're like, dude, maybe if I had more range or more stability, I would have had more. I wouldn't have received damage fall off, and I would have gotten that 3-tap or something, right? Inside of PvP, those little minuscule amounts of stat bumps can make a difference. But inside of PvE, you care about your perks, you care about the duration of your perks, and you care about perk synergies, and that's about it. The only other thing I could think of is, like, in the case of, like, enhanced origin traits, that is interesting. Like, if that makes a big difference, okay. I mean, like, yeah. And we've got some S-tier origin traits. The Sunder Doctrine origin trait, the Vault of Glass origin trait. Those are, like, some of the best origin traits Bungie's ever made. I don't know what Bungie could really do to them on the enhanced side. But I mean, if it's significant, then I would grind for a tier 5. Can our guns get over 100 stats? No. How are people blaming casuals for what is wrong with the damn game? There are no casuals left. Fair point. What about the cube? Give me the cube. What is happening in here?
Also not a huge fan of light leveling in general. Like, I like the idea of, oh, you have to push yourself harder and harder content. I am quite worried about, we'll call this a bonus 6th thing I'm worried about. I'm quite worried about, like, enhancement cores or infusion material getting annoying, because right now, like, every time I have to go to the tower to get enhancement cores, I, like, immediately just lose interest in whatever I'm doing. It is the worst part of the game. I hate light leveling. And now that they're making it essentially the seasonal model, I'm quite worried about that. So we'll just have to see what that looks like. But there's nothing wrong if you like.
Bungie, you got to remove the glimmer cap. Too. Like, if materials are going to be such a big part of our day-to-day grind, you gotta increase that glimmer cap. Do we have a confirmation on that? On the glimmer cap? Raise it or remove the glimmer cap? Like, let us hoard materials. Removing the glimmer cap would break the economy. They only should raise it. What fucking economy are you talking about, Gut Punch? It's not like we have a damn black market or we trade shit. What economy are you? What do you speak? This is not an economy. We don't have an economy. There is no fucking economy in Destiny. I wish I could actually buy something of real fucking value. All glimmer caps do, all it does is extend my frustration. That's all it fucking does. Extends my frustration and makes me grind bullshit. Which it inevitably makes me want to just fucking go play something else. I'm just letting you know. Go straight like a Warframe.
Like crafting.
Player retention. Yeah, that fucking sentiment can lick my ass. I don't give a shit about player retention. Okay? I give a who gives a fuck? All right? What do you do? Like, were you sitting in the meeting with the fucking C-suite right now? Who gives a shit? I want to be able to upgrade materials and not be cucked at every fucking level because I got to go. I could have hoarded materials, but instead I had my shit capped out. It's the same concept as time gating, guys. It's just a different way. It's a different way of time gating, but it's time gating your materials.
I think crafting has a big part in the game as like a catch-up mechanic or like invigorating old content. Like when they do it for old raids, I think that's cool. I just think like crafting in new, especially hard content like raids is always a mistake. And I don't think they should do that. And I'm worried that sort of behavior has altered a lot of the composition of the Destiny community, the mindsets of the Destiny community, and the willingness of people in this community to spend a lot of time grinding for things and pushing themselves to do harder content. Very worried about that. We'll have to see how that turns out. But yeah, those are 5-6-ish things, I guess, that I'm worried about. Hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll have something going over all the things I'm excited about, because I think there are genuinely a lot of great changes coming to the Edge of Fate that I'm very excited about. Let me know what you're most worried about down below, and I hope you have a good day. See you.
Good video, Skiro. Good video, man. Look, here's the thing. I just wish the crafting system could have been expanded upon rather than just thrown out. And I know a lot of people are going to say, but crafting ruined Destiny. Okay. But it was in the game. It was brought to us. It was put in the game. It was a big focus of Witch Queen. It's fucking here. Or it was here, right? It was here. And I love the idea of having Val orbs. I just want fucking corruption orbs, and the idea of corrupting my pieces of gear would have added another level of RNG that could have intertwined with crafting inside of Destiny. And I feel like there's a system that could have incorporated both. You would have still, if whoever that wanted higher player retention, you get that with the RNG in Val orbs. There's something on that level for crafting. Yeah. I would have liked that. These are all like, no lights. Skills did a really good job in this video. These are all things to be concerned about. And at this other side of things is I'm kind of like at that point where I'm just like, fuck it. There's nothing that can be, there's really nothing that can be done right now. You know what I'm saying? We're going in this bitch here in the next month. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there may be some small tweaks, but as far as like Kepler, what it is, the activities, the destination, how we're exploring in the Metrovania style, the abilities that are tied to that, the portal. Not the only thing that might change is maybe like the directory and actually being able to add Kepler to the directory. But like for the most part, what you've seen is what we getting. And there's really nothing else we're going to do. And at this point, it's like, I'm just going to play it. It's either going to be great. And it's like, oh, wow. And that's the other side of things too. Is like when you're sitting in front of developers of any game and they have a creative vision for something, you could just be like, bro, that sounds like ass. You know what I mean? But you're also not seeing it in its full scope yet either. You're seeing bits and pieces. And so you give feedback on those bits and pieces, but it's like, at some point, you're almost like, all right, man, you obviously are passionate about this. Fucking cook. Like, let me. If you're right, you're right. And I came into Final Shape pretty skeptical until we saw Prismatic. Then I was like, oh, that's fucking dope. But I did go. I like initially last year, January through April, I was very skeptical. I just thought Final Shape was going to flop, and I really thought that. I was like, man, because just the layoffs and the delays and everything else. But then they cooked. You know what I mean? And so, this is their thing. They obviously have a vision for this, and maybe, just maybe, the way we explore Kepler ends up being something that's like, wow, Bungie's really onto something here. This is great. On the other side of things, maybe it's shit. It could be shit. And if it ends up being shit, this community will let them know literally within the first 24 hours. Like, I don't even think that long. I would guess literally within the first 12 hours, this community will let Bungie know, and all of us know, it's shit. And we'll be playing it. And you'll see our frustrations, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not good at puzzles. I'm not the greatest puzzle guy. You know what I mean? Like, I would say I would rate at 1 to 10 on like raid mechanics and puzzles. I'm probably like a 9.5, but I'm not humbly speaking, maybe like 8.5. But like, here's the thing. I'm not the best at these puzzles. And so when we get into the destination, you're going to see me struggle a little bit. I'm going to have kind of a tough time. There are times where it would be very obvious where to go to next in Kepler, and I just wouldn't see it. My shoulder got tapped so many times from a dev, and they would be like, hey, Cross, it's this way. Or Cross, it's over here. And it got to the point where I would just be like, I just turn around and just be like, the fuck is it? The hell is it? And some of you may run into those frustrations. Now, here's the other side of things. Some of you may be able to just be like, just completely just taking the world, and you're like, yo, this is dope. I'm seeing it, man. Hot damn it. This is the skill set that I've been waiting to show off for years, Destiny players are used to having their hands being held. I think we're just in a Slayer mentality. That's why, like, we really liked Onslaughts. Like, we're like in let me get my build, let me hit my buttons, and let me just shit on things. You know what I'm coming from? They then suddenly just slow up me like, wait a minute. You're going to kill some things. But now you're going to pick up this Scorch Cannon looking thing, and you're going to teleport. And then you're going to turn into a ball. Then you got a time limit to go places while in this ball. Don't fuck up. You fuck up, you die. You know what I'm coming from? Like, it kind of just, it does break the mold. It does break the mold of what we're used to inside of Destiny. And so, you're going to go from being this, as Gus, actually, as Scatterbrain just said, a mean killing machine to now you're a puzzle guy. You know what I mean? Cross, I watched day one. Let me say this, okay? All right, everybody be talking that shit. I was the first person on my squad to figure out Verity. All right? I was the first person that figured out Verity on my squad. I'm hearing all this bullshit. Justice, thank you so much for the 5, man. Make destination materials useful and upgrade guns for that destination. I wasn't bullfucking shit. Go ask Les. I was the first one to figure out Verity on my squad. Could you do Verity right now, though? Fuck no. I probably couldn't. I haven't done that raid in months. Let's tell these people. Tell these people. And you know, it's such a shame because you guys wouldn't even know. It was like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And I know you fuckers y'all weren't even awake. We're my YouTube squad. YouTube squad. That's right. Cross was the first one to figure out Verity. I was there. YouTube chat always comes in clutch. Brother, you know we were there. We saw you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's good shit, you too. Don't keep looking out, man. No one said that. They fucking just said it. They just typed it. Yes, it just did. Mod score, maybe. Maybe. All right. I will say these are some big worries, but we'll be tuning in for the things that are most exciting. I think the big thing, again, the thing that as a build crafter, like I am excited. And I'm also willing to see, like, okay, what is this vision for Destiny going forward? But we'll see, man. We'll see. I had no idea how to do Verity into a cross. You're welcome. You're welcome. The biggest thing is that missions feel hollow. We need new characters and vendors. We need a new tower. Destiny's so boring at the moment. I started playing old school RuneScape. Juggalo with the 28 months. Thank you so much. I think the thing that's just most surprising to me is that there was another round of layoffs last year from Bungie. You know, I Final Shape, I thought did really fucking good. You know. I'm just curious to know, like, what exactly is the revenue target that's needing to be hit?
Yeah.
Birdie Lux with the 26 months. Thank you, man. Racket with a prime. Thank you. I haven't touched Destiny in over a month. All right. Julia Narden, previously narrative director, is now the creative director on Bungie's Marathon. She took on the new role in May 2025. Who was the creative director before? No, Joe Cross is the art director, guys. He's not the creative director. Oh my God, my fucking face right now. No, Joe Ziegler is the game director. There's a lot of directors. I know it gets confusing. It's like, what the fuck is the hierarchy around here, right? Who's the guy, right? Or girl? Who's the main? You know what I'm coming from? Lots of directors. You know, narrative, creative, game director, art director, all that stuff. But they all have like their individual departments. And there's also a lot of Joes. You are right. There's a lot of fucking Joes. I don't really know what this means. So, previously narrative director is now the creative director. Okay? How the fuck did we have a narrative director if there was no narrative? Was my understanding there was just going to be a framework for a narrative. Yeah, I mean, from Skill Up's interview, there was not going to be any type of like. It was just it was saying that the framework for the narrative was being built. I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This just kind of sound like a whole bunch of nothing, to be honest. Zuvi with the 14 months, thank you so much. Ari asked Munfish to please give me an alpha or beta access to the cube. The vendors have narrative. Yeah, I would say it's a step above lore chords. They should delay to 2027. There was always a story. Guys, this is literally pulled from Skillup's interview, where he even said himself that it showed the live discussion with Joe Ziegler, and one of the points that was brought up that was that the narrative for Marathon, it was simply the framework that was getting built upon, but nothing tangible. Skillup had bad information. Jake the all right disproved it. Zelda, grab me the clip. Grab me the clip. I'm completely down. If that's the case, that's fantastic. I don't really understand because Skillup was in the interview with Jake. No, who was he in the interview with? Wasn't Jake. I'm thinking of a different Jake. Who's the guy from Gamer Ranks? Is it that Jake? I don't want to hear no shit talking about Skillup in this stream. No. That ass will be banned. Pay to win or not. No, it wasn't Grenadier Jake. It was another Jake. I mean, his name is Jake. Yeah, Jake Baldino. There you go. That guy. Zelda, send you repeating the same thing, brother. Send the clip where Jake the All Right disproves it to one of the mods. Christopher Barrett was the creative director. I thought Christopher Barrett was the game director. Joe Ziegler took his place. He was, and he got moved to creative director. Yeah, but I thought he got moved to creative director because it was a position that meant he didn't really have any power. He just kind of sat there and did nothing. They were trying to put him in somewhere where he didn't cause any problems and they can continue the investigation. So they made him the creative director, right? It was Jake Mehoff. Oh, was that the Jake? My bad, Halo. Fuck, dude. I don't know. Right, so she's now taking over for him? Yeah. All right, well, I mean, look. I don't really have anything to go off of on Marathon, guys. Oh, my God. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys, dude. Halo. No, Halo. No. That's some bullshit. Halo, you were literally at my house yesterday. Halo was literally at my house. Halo, you coming to my home We break bread together yesterday. We fucking shot film yesterday together. And you fucking come in here and bait me with fucking Jake me off right now. Are you shitting me? This is a Trojan horse. The betrayal right now. All right. Guys, I think that's it. Is there any other information to cover today before we go play Destiny? I've got nothing else, I don't think. Luke, unless we have anything else to cover. Al Dragon's got a... Hold on. Let me see. Is there cube stuff? No. Just add crafting to marathon to save it. Cross, are you going to SaltCon this year? Dude, suck on these nuts. Don't fuck with me, Ryan. Don't fuck. Let me say this. If you are free to play, you can't fool me right now. All right. Halo was only able to fucking fool me because Halo quite literally came to my home yesterday. There was a bond that I thought we established. Okay, hold on. So Jake the all right here.
Yeah, that's what it
Specifically, it is the episode of their Friends Per Second podcast where they say this about the story.
Yeah, that's what it is. In addition to that, there's some story stuff. But there's
a framework of a story.
There's a
plan. There's a hint of a plan.
Concepts of a plan, yeah.
Concepts of a plan.
Jesus. And I think again, it's unfair to judge that now because what Bungie have told us is that the narrative framework is built. So how they plan to tell stories in Marathon, but the narrative itself is not built, and it will be sort of built in the lead up to launch and post launch. So they keep talking about having story as a central part of this experience, but I don't imagine cutscenes and don't imagine this is a story-driven game or anything like that. This is a game that's going to be about little things that you find and lore entries. And as we discussed in the interview with Joe Ziegler, this will be a game where a lot of the story will be delivered by YouTube videos, in inverted commas, where other people do that detective work for you and then kind of put it in front of you when they've assembled it all. If you know, Souls-like-esque or whatever, don't expect a narrative experience to come through strongly in your playing of Marathon.
I think there's some major miscommunication occurring about the story for this game. There is an extensive narrative in the game. Direct story beats told via in-game tasks and contract completion, environmental storytelling dictated like the entirety of the visual presentation of the maps that I played, and there is an extensive separate terminal menu that presents the story plus additional world building in a manner consistent with the original games. I might have misunderstood them, but the idea that the story hasn't been written or something, or maybe that they're developing it entirely in between now and launch seems wholly inaccurate based on my experience with the game. Also, for a fact, we know that John Goff has been designing this world and its story for well over 2 years since he worked on the first ARG as well, alongside OG Marathon dev Robert McLeese. I also think that what Joe Ziegler is describing in their interview in regards to the story is the consequence of telling a story that is as abstract as what they intend to do here, just like with the original series. It's all love for the folks over at SkillUp, but if I heard what they were saying and didn't have the context I have from playing the game, I would have a very different understanding of what the game is, and I think that's confusing. Maybe they or someone else has already talked about this to clarify, or once again, maybe I am misunderstanding them, but my understanding is Marathon is a very filled out, written, larger world with a clear narrative that they are presenting season to season, and that this has been thoroughly planned for and is present. Honestly, so much stuff within the levels themselves are attached to story beats directly from the contracts that I don't fully understand how this confusion gets made, but I understand they had very little time with the game and probably didn't.
I think it's just like I think it's just like what do you what does story and narrative mean to you? Is it lore cards? I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that's narrative. You know, you could say that, yes, you can read lore cards and that's part of the narrative experience. You know what I mean? Story is not narrative. It's a full-blown campaign. Obviously, it's not a full-blown campaign. We don't have a campaign in Marathon. Buy videos is narrative. Grimoire cards. It's actually an important distinction. So many haters in chat. Oh no, everybody in here loves Marathon. What are you talking about? That's why everybody always wants us to talk about it. Environmental storytelling is not narrative. Yeah, let me just continue listening to Jake here.
Didn't get to experience much of the terminal system that was there. I'm sure I'm missing like a ton of feedback, but this was just the stuff that stood out to me that I felt like I had something to say about. Obviously stuff like microtransactions and live service issues. I don't know if there's like a good response for, because in a sense, like this is a live service game. Surely there'll be microtransactions. If you don't really like that experience, that's not something you're interested in, this might not be the game for you. But I don't think that makes it a bad game or what they're trying to do not worthy of enjoyment. I get why you might not want to play Marathon is what I'm saying. The story is told through terminals and world elements that are not immediately understandable or available.
There you go. The world is told through world events and terminals. I'm actually okay with that as long as it's like, but it depends on how it's told. If it's just like, here's a wall of text, you know what I mean? But if there's like actual like live events and stuff like that where you are seeing, you know, everybody like dicked on the Almighty crashing into Earth, but I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I had a good time with it. Live events would be sick. This was how the story was told with OG Marathon. Yeah, as far as microtransactions go, it's whatever, dude. I don't even, you know what I mean? There are some games that are extremely egregious about things, some games that are not. You know, my thing is don't have any pay to win elements. That right there immediately like ends the discussion for me as far as entertaining your game. Secondly, I would rather one or the other. Like in my opinion, the best world is either you charge for your game and then have everything in the game earnable, or you make your game free and you have a store in the game, but obviously still no pay to win. And then you can fluctuate prices based on player feedback. I think Splitgate did a really good job here recently by dropping the prices. They needed to drop the prices. They did drop the prices, but it is a free game and it's just cosmetics you can buy from the store. I work 9 to 5 and I love pay to win. Good, you piece of shit. Somebody, mods, handle this man. ECGMR, somebody fucking handle this guy. I don't want to see this from the corner of my eye right now. You like fucking pay to win, so do I, and you're free to play in this stream. Let me give you an example.
Available, the visual approach is unique and may not fit what you find personally appealing. It's an extraction shooter with mechanics that many may find frustrating. It's, you know, live service experience that will definitely feature the microtransactions like I was saying. The characters are, for all intents and purposes, heroes, and you don't seem to have control over their visual presentation currently. Communication or team focus might not be present in a way that you have engaged with before, or you might prefer another approach, or maybe you don't like playing with teams at all. All of these things are valid reasons that you may not connect with the experience Bungie is offering. For me, I don't mind these things as they are presented in the game. I think that a dynamic multiplayer experience in this world with a Bungie shooter feel is very cool. I do think that if you're on the fence or open to trying something you haven't been comfortable with in the past, then Marathon might end up being a very fun game for you. And you shouldn't discard the idea of checking it out based solely on the complaints I've talked about here. I also want to say that it's all love to the folks I included in this video. I don't have any animosity towards them. I just wanted to lay out, their ideas to express how I feel about those same things. Thanks for having the courage to put your thoughts online so that we could all experience the exchange.
All right. This was a video. Then this was a month ago. So, but okay. So, again, though. I kind of understand what Skilla was saying. In my opinion, I think what Skilla was trying to say was don't expect a campaign-like experience in delivery of the narrative as confirmed there from Jake, as it's just going to be through terminals and whatever. And there's also the Umbrella World events, by the way. It could be a variety of ways. And I'm down with that, but it could be literally something like, hey, it's a new season. The map is, now it's got a lava pit. You know what I mean? Story, right? Or it could be delivered in a way where you're like, there's a live event where there's a crater fucking, about to occur here, and we have a lava pit. There's no story in Marathon. Extraction shooters don't have campaigns. Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. And I think that, if OG Marathon players are completely happy with the way the narrative is presented inside of Marathon, who am I to complain? I wasn't even, I was alive, but I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't playing games then. You know where I'm coming from? So if they're happy, sure. I tell you what, we're not even going to cut this up. Like, this is not even going to be a video or anything we're making on Marathon. Marathon has gone dark, which I think is probably pretty wise. And I wouldn't, if I was them, I wouldn't say anything until you had something of real substance. And they got a bunch of other problems, including whether or not they're still going to ship out in September. So I'm kind of in the same camp with Marathon, a little more pessimistic than Destiny, of course. But like, my thing is, it's like, we've talked about it enough. Let's just play fucking, we're going to play it. We're going to play both of them. And it's either going to be great or it's not. And I will say this, players vote with their wallets. So we wouldn't even have to say anything. Trust, Bungie will know. Bungie will know before the game even comes out, based on just pre-orders. Marathon React video canceled. What do you think about adding new character classes to Destiny? I am always advocating for sexy shit to be added to Destiny. Things that equate to maximum sex appeal. New subclasses, new supers, new archetypes of weapons, maybe, but new rarity. Jiggle physics. There you go. Thick aliens. But seriously though, there are just some things that, like, when you see, your hand just immediately reaches for the wallet. You know where I'm coming from? There are times where you watch a trailer from Bungie, or really any development studio, and you're like, instinctually, you're like, how did that credit card just get there? Why am I typing these digits in? Why did I just authorize this payment? Why am I pre-ordering? And look, there are things that a development studio can show you where you automatically do those things before you even fucking know it, brother. Before you even fucking know it. And the problem is, it's like, which Marathon hasn't opened up pre-orders. Bungie has for Destiny. But man, there was like moments there I feel like, you guys were like, you were reaching for your wallet like you normally would with Destiny, and then suddenly your hand just stopped. You're like, wait, what? What is this? What am I looking at? What? No new subclass? Destination abilities? No, I don't know. Now the Star Wars stuff may be enough. I don't for some of you. That may be enough. I hope Star Wars can carry. Maybe it can. Maybe it can. You know. First content, I didn't do $100 pre-order for Destiny 2. New character classes like Titans and Warlocks. Yeah, yeah. Look, here's the thing. The best policy, and I'm going to say this like I act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I have found the best policy to get me to shut the fuck up has been just to overwhelm me with information. Even if there's bad information in there, even if there's some bad shit, if you hit me with a Vidoc that's 45 minutes long and it's just one thing after another, after fucking another, after another, even if there's some bad stuff in there, I'm going to be information overload and I'm going to be like, brother, there's just so much shit. I'm going to be like, wait, I didn't like that one thing, but there's fucking 20 other things that sound dope as shit. Does this lead back to GGG? Yes, I'm glazing GGG right now. Yeah. Dude, that fucking game, the game director and those guys that are at GGG, man, they're just like, it is nonstop just fucking information vomit. You know what I mean? And you're just like, oh, what the fuck is happening? There's so much happening. I just don't understand why Destiny needs to collab with Star Wars when they have their own universe to expand upon. Like, why? Money. I guarantee it. Someone on Bungie's board is either friends or directly tied to Disney in some way. You know, you gotta understand, people, board members, they like rotate. There's like it's like rotating. They'll one person on a board maybe either on another board for another company, and then they rotate to another one. You see where I'm coming from? From like Viacom to all of it. They all have kind of they know each other. Or Sony. Could be Sony. Sony and Disney have their agreements. Right. Could be Sony. I hate that Star Wars is being introduced. I don't really care as long as it's not like the only focus. You know what I mean? If Renegades turns out to be like, hey, you got a lightsaber now. I mean, don't get me wrong. For a moment, it's going to be kind of cool. But if it's like, if that's the only selling point outside of a couple of like themed pieces of armor, yeah. It's Star Wars themed. It's not Star Wars. I love Star Wars, baby. Renegades needs to pop. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Who the fuck gives a shit about Renegades? Why are y'all concerned with that? No. Edge of Fate needs to pop. We ain't even going to make it to Renegades. Brother, who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck. Star Wars or not, that's an eternity away from now. I could give a fuck less. Edge of Fate's going to have to pop. Or none of you are going to give a shit halfway to Renegades. If we're leading into a Rogue Guardian storyline, then Renegades would be the right thing. I don't give a shit. Mods, pin a comment. Cross does not give a shit about Renegades. Okay. All right. What else we got happening here? Chat, we're just sitting here and bullshitting. I'm kind of hungry. I'm thinking about going to go grab my food real quick. Is really Marathon dead? Bib? Absolutely not. Marathon is still being cooked until it's announced otherwise. Don't worry. you will have Marathon at some point. Cross still an NDA. And it may be the greatest game for you. Or it could be shit. Honestly, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I hope Marathon is either one or the other. Like if it's just like meh. I want it to roll out and either be fucking fantastic and like they make the greatest comeback ever. And you know, it's like, oh my God, these fuckers, they cooked, man. They cooked. Or it's Concord 3.0 or 2.0, whatever. Concord 2.0. Gerald with the 10 get this subs, man. Gerald, thank you so much for the 10. Chat, please drop some love and eggplants. Actually, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't want Concord 2.0, but it would make for good entertainment. It would. I gotta admit, man. It would make for good entertainment. But we'll see what happens, dude. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm just at that point with all of it, which is like, there's so many great games that, guys, we'll be okay. I want you to know that. Like, if we have to find another home and play another game, I promise you, there are other good games out there. We will be fine. All of us, we will be fine. We will find a home. I know we're going to be wandering around like refugees, fucking trying to search for the next game to find, to call home. But we'll be fine. People are cooking out there. We will find another home. Old school RuneScape. I mean, the cube looks good. I'm going to fuck with the cube. Play some Borderlands. Fuck with the cube. Chrono Odyssey looks good. Right? As far as distraction shooters, you got Arc Raiders. I'm gonna be playing Arc Raiders. And dude, we make it, if we just make it to 2026, we got GTA 6. You know what I'm saying? We're fine, guys. I promise you. Got Wildgate. I got Splitgate to scratch our PvP itch. There's a lot of great games, everybody. Trader, you said you will be the last player on Destiny. I will be. I'll be the last player on Destiny. I will log in the day if they ever say the servers are getting shut down on this particular day. I will be there. I will be there. And I will hold strong for as long as I can. Splitgate for PvP, Final Fantasy 14 for Destiny, and Destiny for PvE. Yeah. Destiny for me needs to last forever. I get that, man. I get that. I understand where you guys are coming from. And I feel for y'all. I've gone down this path before. The love you have for Destiny is the love I once had for RuneScape. Okay. And I hope your story ends up better than mine. You know? It's crazy to think people like you, Cross, are actually realize that Destiny 2 is in a massive decline. Such a great game that is falling apart and it's sad. Well, that's where Edge of Fate comes in, man. Hopefully Edge of Fate can turn around. And look, guys, I'm cautiously optimistic. All right? I am cautiously optimistic. I see the vision, or at least we've been told the vision that the devs at Bungie have for this upcoming expansion. Let's see if it pans out. And if you want to wait and just see how that release looks, dude, just wait. Chill. Hang out. The more of you eliminate yourselves from the day one raid race, even if you're just 24 hours behind my squad, the better. Matter of fact, I hope none of you pre-order. I hope you guys decide to buy the game potentially Friday morning. And that would make my life so much better. Will you ever give Division 2 a try? I played Division. I like Division. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, turn on some music, guys. We're gonna be jumping back in, everybody. Let me grab a snack, dude. I'm hungry. All right. So, for the next few weeks, pretty much every reset day, we're going to be watching my videos because our ass needs to be completely up to date when it comes to lore. Exit out this. We got patch notes yet? Because that's the other thing that we just really don't know much about. I mean, guys, what if the story is really fucking good for Edge of Fate? You played Doomcross? I have. Brother, you play the story? Man, you guys act like we play everything. No, we don't, dude. I wish. I go to Bungie for the food. That's literally the only reason why I go to Bungie. They got S-tier snacks and really good tea. Got me with the 16 months. Thank you so much. I have not played Renegades. I have no idea. Canyon with the 10 months. Thank you so much. I'm not getting an update. I wish, guys. I wish, man. I promise you. NDA be damned. If I ever see a Destiny 3, I will tell you. I will message Luke. I would tell him to get the word out. It's happening. No. 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 I'm not. Bungie, listen to me right now. If you ever are making a Destiny 3, do not show me if you plan on keeping it a secret. I won't fucking... I can't. I will not. I will move to another country if I have to. I will become a citizen elsewhere. Offshore any funds I need necessary to live. Drew with the 2, thank you so much. J Mats with the 15. Edward Snowden moment. Yeah, but not nearly as like, you know, not a good rap sheet. If I fucking like end up in Russia and like, what are you here for? I told people about Destiny 3. You know what I'm saying? That's true, Adrian. KGB at your door right now. All right. And verse. Sexy. Hot. Okay. Nice. Nice. All right. Ariana's Vow, if you guys want to pick that up. Oh yeah, don't forget your free Bright Dust. That's right. And I am like straight up broke. You get free Bright Dust, guys, every week from now until Edge of Fate. I think. Patch notes! Destiny 2 update 8.2.6.4. Oh god, it's been a long time since we said that, right? Activities, the Rite of the Nine. The emissary should no longer randomly duplicate in the Nine realm. Her will is not her own. Yet. Okay. Fix an issue in the 9 realm, where the lift to get to the ghost of the deep chest would not activate if you do not complete Spiral of the Watcher in the prior week. All lifts will be active for the remainder of the event. Enjoy the changing landscape. Remove the Navigator's Catalyst steps in Explorer mode for Ghost of the Deep, since the Catalyst will not drop after completing the steps. Oh, really? Interesting. What is that? Like intentional? UI UX fix an issue where the Rite of the 9 Astrograph shader was not appearing on the item appearance pages. A new Bungie name change token is now available for all players. What have we done? Please try to behave yourself. So say, what? A new Bungie name change token is now available to all players. Oh boy. Well, that's going to be interesting. I'm sure everyone here is going to be extremely mature, right? And choose appropriate names for their character. Toast sucker. Yeah. Jack me off. Yeah. There you go. Jack me off. There you go. Halo, change your name now. Feet pics, please. So wait. If you had to change your name before, how was that process before? Were you locked to your name? Most games actually will charge you for name changes. Oh, you would buy a token. And then you're locked for 3 months. Okay. Many MRPGs do charge. Oh my god. Dude, if you fuckers put plagiarism will make me god as your character inside of this game, just keep in mind, you're locked to that name. I'm being told you're locked to that name for 3 months. You're going to be, listen. I swear to God, if the day 1 raid team has someone named plagiarism will make me god, I will fucking delete my vault. I will delete my vault. I will fucking nuke. I'm not even talking about I'm talking about post-launch vault. Worth it. I will nuke it. If a day 1 raider that wins the raid race has a name, plagiarism will make me god. That's it. We'll destroy it. I guarantee it. No, there's no way Bungie's gonna allow that. No. There's no fucking way. I can see it right now. If there was actually someone with that name and they won the day 1 raid race, it would be a blurred name. Never say that, Cross. All right, gameplay and investment. Armor. Fix an issue where the Hunter's Omnioculus mass ornament was not displaying its special effect when wearing the Omnioculus exotic chest piece with the mechano pupil ornament equipped. Triumphs. Progress has been added to the Seeker of the 9 Triumph for Spiral of the Watcher and Ghost of the Deep. Fix an issue where progress wasn't being added to the Pale Heart season challenge after overthrow completions. Fix an issue where progress toward completing the Whisper in the Moments of the Triumph 2024 title wasn't counting if players had deleted the quest to complete it from A to 1. Okay. All right, so those are your patch notes today, guys. Let's take a look here at the Spire. Oh my God, hold on. Where's the audio? Oh my God, is it the strike still? Oh, Jesus. I saw this 3 weeks ago. Okay. All right, so it's super old then. All right, you can go to Oto's right here, and you can pick up her quest.
Nothing is permanent. If this is the last time, live well.
I don't know if I'm gonna care for a new drip, to be honest with you. I wish she stayed like this, you know what I mean? Knowledge with the 16 months, thank you so much. Let's go to tab real quick. I don't care about the strike. I pay for the full product. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the details of the strike. Obviously, like, I don't want AI replacing voice actors and actresses. I mean, like, I think VAs, their delivery, it's like, you know, take Expedition 33 for instance. Look at the delivery they were able to pull off. Ben Starr and others in there. I'm just like really curious, like how come some of the games have avoided this, and then others not so much. You know what I mean? As Guardian with the 6 months in advance, thank you. Cross, did you hear her? She said, did you not notice? This is the last. She said this is the last time.
Let's begin.
All right. The Nightfall weapons this week. Oh my God. Shadow Price Adept. Hot damn it. That's beautiful. Guys, drop everything you're doing. Okay? You got plans with the lady tonight? Fuck them. All right? You plan on seeing your children this week? Fuck them too. Shadow Price is dropping, everybody. Okay? And of course, Cruel Mercy. Absolute butt. The featured GM in rotation this week. What's the GM? Hold on, let me load into this. Is that sarcasm? No. Did it sound like sarcasm? The Hypernet
30th
strike.
month sub and counting cross.
Mr. Tetsu with the 30 months. Thank you so much. Nice. This is your feature strike this week as well. Excellent. Got the Tormentor. He's always really fun. I want to carry, please.
Guardian, my forces report that Shadow Legion units are shifting their attention to the Clouder.
You don't need to load in to see the Nightfall. I'm going to do things my way. You could do things your way. All right. I think that's it, guys. Other than that, we got the dungeon going on. I'm going to be honest. My entire dungeon squad left. Les is not available. Frostbolt is left. Everyone is gone. I have no one to do the dungeon with. I'm all alone. You can play with the virgins? I could. You could train some virgins. Good, you can go check out our base. Allergy ultimatum mode.
Course, it's not the strike for cutscenes. Each collectible from the dungeons gives a different cutscene, each with dialogue from the 9. The beginning gives the number of who's talking, which is why no sound, except the one from Orin. Proof that...
It's not the strike for the cutscenes. Each collectible from the dungeon gives a different cutscene, each with dialogue from the 9. The beginning gives the number of who's talking, which is why no sound except the one from Orin. Proof that chat doesn't play this game and can lick my ass. It's the strike dum dum. You're gonna play Mind's Eye? It's good. How did you know? Yeah, I'm actually gonna be playing Mind's Eye this week. All right, I'm going back to cleaning my vault. That's all I care about. I don't give a shit about none of this other stuff. Aaron Till, we're keeping it. Chat, did we decide we're gonna keep it or not? Can we poll this real quick? Bookman. This is a great weapon. This is a great weapon. No. I'm kidding with the 5. Did the modifiers change for prophecy? No more attrition. Haven't been yet on ultimatum. Oh, that's a good option. Hold on. Modifiers for ultimatum. Did it change? It's got galvanize. Elite geyser. Yeah, no attrition. Oh, thank God. And we're supposed to be getting double drops too this week. Mods, can we get a poll on this Aaron Till? I may actually pull 2 right now. I need 2 right now to form the first encounter. Let me just go do the first encounter. Hey, attrition. Let me see how good the loot drops are right now. Not doubles, just increase. Dude, can I just say this, man? Dude, I just don't give a fuck about any of these drops. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just really nothing here that I want. What if the Adept Shinings were guaranteed tier 5? They're not, though. Keep away, target lock. Prosecutor will change your mind. All right, fine then. Fine. Doomsy. Is it really, though? Am I really going to walk away from this going, my God, this is the best weapon? This right here. This is worth all the grind. I need one more person to join. I'm looking for extremely efficient 1 phases today, guys. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful. 57% says spare Aaron Till. That's my chat right there. That's my fucking chat right there. You guys are beautiful. Y'all know that? Fucking beautiful. I broke my hand and I'm unable to do Ride of the 9. I was feeling hella FOMO, but the tier 5 weapon announcement made me not care anymore. Did I get 1-2 punch Trench Barrel? I did. Yeah, we got that already. How many of you fuckers? This is like the second person in the past 24 hours said they broke their hand. What are you guys doing? Like, really? What are y'all doing? I also broke my hand. Let's see. All right, let us do that. We're going prophecy ultimatum. Extreme circle jerkers. Wow. It's impressive.